Hello, my name is Uzi Dorman, and I live with my mom, dad, my boyfriend, and a whole lot of losers in here. It's been over a year since that day, and everything has been better now. I've been making some new friends, along with the disassembly drones. There are two that live here, Ed, my boyfriend, and V. It started pretty strange and scary to meet them at first, but they actually grew on me. They are literally the only disassembly drones that I know of. Oh, wait, never mind. There's one more. See, Jay is literally the worst. She treats everyone like trash and only cares about herself. Everything has been going pretty well so far. I got my mom back, I got a boyfriend, I've got powers like a freaking anime character. However, Lee's been acting strange these past days. One time, she came home earlier than usual. I said, well, someone's early. She turned with a blank expression on her face. It's usual to see her stare blankly at you. But this time, she looked unsettled, like she saw something horrific. Like she watched something like August Underground or The Human Centipede for the first time. I realized she and my mom got into a heated argument, so I tried to start a conversation with her. Gonna talk to my mom? Then I said, what happened between you two anyway? She said in a nervous and scared tone of voice, don't talk to me. She left the room without saying a word, and looked at me with a worried and concerned expression. I know those two had a history between each other, so it was natural for him to be concerned for her. I asked him, what else happened on Earth? Was there someone else I should know? He replied with a confused no. Later that night, we woke up to screaming. Me and Ed dashed out the door along with my mom and dad. The screaming was coming from Lizzie's room. I opened the door quickly, but safely not to freak my dad out. When we looked inside her room, we saw Lee lying on the floor in Lizzie's arms. She was breathing heavily with a face of pure fear. Once Lily calmed down, she said, what was your dream about? We said, you don't want to know. Lizzie looked at us and said, could you leave us alone? Together? I closed the door and we all went to our respectful rooms. I've seen her scared before, but never this scared. I asked then again, are you sure there was just you, V, Jay, and Sin at the manor? He replied, I'm not sure. This was hopeless. I need to know what set her off like that. The next day I asked V, what set you off last night? She replied, it's none of your business. Then I said, look, En and Liz are worried about you. If you don't tell, then we can't help. She reluctantly replied, alright, but I'm only saying this once. We aren't the first disassembly drones. The first one is called Security Drone, but I called him Phantom for his phantom-like nature. He was all blacked out and had sharp claws and teeth. He could stun any drone who misbehaved, like a sentinel, and he had a permanent red X on his face. He traumatized me, made me into who I am now. You thought Sin was bad? You haven't seen him!